All right, let's do it. So here's Rising Tide. Oh, I did not mean to click play game. I'm gonna just quit out of it.
Little hot tip for you about Beyond Earth. Those are spaceships. They fly in space.
Yeah, I've actually never seen that before. Alright. I guess we could take a look at the map real quick. Looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
Food production, pretty much normal. Alright, let's hello? What the hell? Is there no like UI? Okay, here we go.
I guess you just have to settle first.
Okay. Let's set up the game. We're gonna play in a standard map size. Everything's standard for our first time.
Bird.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear. Yeah.
Hey. So, looks like we have sort of like a customization aspect to it, where you kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like Civ bonuses, but you kind of do one step at a time almost. It looks like, you get certain types of colonists, you get some interesting sort of starting bonuses, etc. So various sponsors. Yield from city developments increased by 150%. Are these just kind of like buildings, or
maybe like projects?
Does seem like that's probably projects, yeah. Covert operations complete 30% faster and require one less intrigue level to attempt. That is pretty cool.
I assume that's spying stuff.
Yeah. The first wonder built in every city is free. I'm assuming wonders are probably a little different in this game if that's the case. +1 diplomatic capital from wonders. Okay. Bird says, city developments is like projects to convert production into gold, like in Civ 5.
Okay,
except
but
you
it's
can
for
do
any...
Yeah, like harvest and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you could just straight up do it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, production's usually one of the better resources, though, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I feel like we probably pass on that one.
The only question there, can you get food from it?
I think so.
Okay, that could be. I can see that being.
Listen, Civ 5 you can.
Yeah. Bird says yes, you can get food from it.
Okay, that might be decent then, because food is also really good.
Not to mention, like so is I guess energy credits is the goal in this game. So like credits would be pretty decent sometimes. I suspect. North Sea Alliance aquatic cities have 50% more combat strength and cost 50% less to move. May make planetfall at sea if able. So first part is pretty straightforward. Your cities inside the ocean have more combat strength. 50% less to move indicates to me that you can move your cities around, which is pretty cool. That seems very future-y. If
they are aquatic, I think you can.
Yeah. Okay. And then may make planetfall at sea if able. I suppose that seems like a DLC like stuff, I guess.
So yeah, it's from Rising Tide, the aquatic seas. You can. It's like you can start the game on the water directly.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
So do you still build settlers, or is there some other way to make new cities?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think pioneering unlocks settlers. There's a tactic.
Okay, so Bird says you do build settlers, but they take time to bloom into cities. Oh, okay. So they kind of place them and they slowly turn into a city. Got it. Gain 1 free virtue for every 10 virtues earned with culture. So I'm assuming virtues probably a little bit like I
civics?
guess. Yeah, almost
like the Civ 5 equivalent of civics.
Yeah, civics kind of. So that's pretty decent. You just get like buy 10, get 1 free. It seems a little bit passive, so maybe we pass on that one, but we'll see. That doesn't seem too terrible. All orbital units, strategic resource requirements, reduced by 1. Start with 4 petroleum, 4 titanium, and 4 geothermal resources. So it seems like in this case, it's basically just like cheaper strategic resource costs for orbital units, which...
The vibe I get is like ODSTs from Halo.
Yeah,
like, you get the soldiers that kind of like, you deploy them wherever type of deal.
Deep striking, kind of like a Warhammer type something.
Hell yeah, baby.
There's Harry Knockenbrook. How you
I
doing?
just popping in to say hi, and I love you.
Oh, I love you too. You want to come watch for a bit?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I'm watching right now. Here I
Okay,
am.
Cool. Start with one free covert agent. Each successful covert operation in a foreign city rewards 10 science per agent rank. May make planetfall at sea if able. That seems pretty good, honestly.
Start with one free covert agent seems really solid. I'm not sure. 10 science per agent rank sounds low to me, but it might not be.
Yeah, it might. Honestly, it does sound low, but I also think just like doing things you would do anyway for science seems pretty good.
It'll probably scale better the more you have. So
Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
children.
Hello,
Hello.
Alder. How are you doing?
I am in a great mood.
Excellent. I'm glad
That's
to
great.
hear it. Australia, 2 free trade route slots in the capital and 1 free trade route slot in all other cities.
Trade routes are good.
Trade routes are good, but these are just the slots, so we would have to build those trade routes. I
Wow,
presume.
the music is very loud.
You think so? I
Is
can
it?
turn it down a little bit
At
if
least
you
for
like.
me.
So we looked at these trade routes. It seems decent. I think I would definitely consider it just because I know trade routes will, if once they're up and running, having a lot of them in your different cities will definitely generate a lot for you.
Yeah. One of the things with evaluating that is knowing what is usually your bottleneck. Is your bottleneck usually that you're not building them fast enough, or that you
Right.
hit the cap?
Culture and energy costs to acquire new city plots are reduced by 30%. So this is basically buying more tiles.
So I have a question. Is energy like gold?
Yeah, I think it's gold. I think energy is gold.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of that one. Like buying new tiles is
Mm.
great, but I'm assuming it does what every Civ game does, where you naturally expand. And generally speaking, that's like good enough for me.
Usually good enough.
Yeah. Important note: you can make tile buying basically free with that one. Interesting.
Fraxis doesn't understand how percentages work, so that probably has something to do with it.
Yeah, they probably stack with. Yeah, he's saying it's upgrades, so it probably stacks with other sorts of percentage bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the percentages are always additive, which is
Yeah.
weird.
It is weird. I love it though. Agreements cost 50% less diplomatic capital. Purchasing units and buildings costs 25% less diplomatic capitals. It seems very specific to a resource that I do not know how to generate. So we'll see about what that means. War score points increased by 30%. Gain 1 diplomatic capital for each unit killed in combat. Well, there's one way to get diplomatic capital, I suppose. It looks like a war score type situation, kind of like in Paradox games, right? Once you hit 100%, you win the war, kind of.
Could be, yeah.
Cool. So then the last one is the African Union, 10% growth in cities when healthy. All specialist citizens produce 1 extra yield. I'm particularly interested in that one, yeah. This one seems just generally really good.
Yeah, I mean 10% growth is just good.
Healthy, I think it's happening.
That makes sense.
Okay. I love it. Okay, so the ones I'm looking at are this one that we just looked at. Chengsu, free covert agent with science generation. I'm almost kind of interested in Pan-Asian Cooperative just to kind of see what that is, but I probably won't do that.
The African Union seems very basic, so maybe.
Yeah, seems pretty standard.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. African
You do
Union.
the normal things, but you do them more good.
Okay, so our colonists, scientists, refugees, aristocrats, engineers, and artists, and they all just give you a base resource. You get 4 energy in every city from aristocrats. Everything else is just +2. I mean, you were correct about production being pretty good, so I think we go with production.
Yeah, I feel like production or food has to be the go-to here.
Right, absolutely.
We already have food.
I'm always tempted to just go like culture in many games, even though it's definitely bad, just because I like culture stuff, and I just like being
Yeah.
ridiculous with stuff.
In Civ 6, culture is really good, especially in the early game.
Yeah.
Like, getting a new government is really good.
Really important too, yeah. Okay, so choose spacecraft. So Continental Surveyor, it reveals coasts on the map, retrograde thrusters, wider area for choosing where to land first city, and additional visibility around starting area. So this is kind of like basic like bonuses for settling, it looks like. Reveal alien nests on map, begin with 100 energy at standard speed, and no technology is needed to see petroleum, geothermal, and titanium resources. Interesting.
I kind of like retrograde thrusters.
Continental Surveyors looks nice if you, depending on the map.
Honestly, these are all pretty okay.
You can scout a lot. You can help a lot with that name.
Everything except maybe lifeform sensor is pretty decent.
Alien nests are like barbarian encampments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gotta be. I like retrograde thrusters because like a really good capital city.
I really like that and the Continental Surveyor. They look the best.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, tectonic scanner is really cool too. Not as important, I guess, to know where things are than it is in Civ 6, but still, like settling cities near resources that you know you're gonna need is also really good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm down for retrograde thrusters. I am always partial to quick and dirty early game boosts, so 100 energy is always nice as well for me, but let's go for retrograde thrusters, I think. Continental Surveyor, the one reason I might not choose this right away is just because I have no idea how coasts really work right now in this game, because I know there was some mechanics where you can basically just go over water right away, so I generally don't know how that goes. So I think I'm going to just go with the one that like gives me more information right away, just so I can learn better right now. Choose cargo. This looks like a starting bonus. Extra pop in your first city. Pretty straightforward. Pioneering. Technology.
I think that's the one that unlocks settlers.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
So
that's
straight up get settler technology. Begin with a clinic building in your first city.
It probably has to do with like the health thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Or happiness.
Yeah, that does make sense. Begin with a soldier unit. Pretty solid.
Pretty straightforward.
And begin with a worker unit. It's also very straightforward.
These are all pretty decent, I think.
Yeah, pretty good. I think laboratory is probably a no-go.
Sure.
I'm
hydroponics is good.
Looking at hydroponics and machinery.
Yeah.
Raw materials also is okay. And again, the extra. I also don't know how important exploring is. So having that extra unit might actually be pretty decent for just like roaming around the map.
Yeah. I mean, the extra population is just like do everything faster.
Yeah.
At the start, at least.
Yeah, and the worker unit kind of, because I know it's like Civ 5 where the worker units are
permanent, right?
So this is just like
you don't even have to build one for a while.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm gonna go with machinery. I've sold myself on that. Permanent worker for the rest of the game. Cool. Let's do it. Okay, so planets. Let's do Terran. I was looking at that.
Terran is like continent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the vibe I got.
Let's do continents. Planet biome. Let's just go with lush. It's probably better just to look at how that goes. Okay, so I think we're good. I think we got everything. So to recap, we are the African Union. We're sponsored by them. Our colonists are engineers. We're going to have retrograde thrusters for our air spacecraft. We have some machinery cargo. And we are going to a lush Terran world. Let's start. The African Union is held together by a leadership council representing key stakeholders in the Union. The leadership council is effectively an executive council with judicial, administrative, and legislative responsibilities remaining with individual governments. Because of the violent history of so many insurrections, the People's African Union provides stability through superior military forces. The strength of the Union rests on the shoulders of people like Prime Minister Jama Bare. Commands respect from the armed forces and has the wisdom of knowing how best to use them. Okay. Okay, so let's just take a quick look. Survey everything going on here. So it looks like, let me see if I can yield icons, resource icons, expedition sites, alien nests. So it looks like right here we have Xenomass, used by powerful late game units and buildings, and it provides +3 food when improved with a Xenomass well. This just looks like grassland, river, miasma. Okay, so miasma are these like kind of green things going on here. And then you have just regular grassland, and you got rivers and whatnot. Fiber, improved with the plantation, gives +1 production, which we do quite like. Improved with the mine gives +1 energy for copper. Yeah, fruit, improved with the plantation, gives +1 food. Chitin, when improved with a paddock, +1 production. Gold, when improved with the mine, +1 culture. Ooh, Feraxite. That's funny.
Some of these resources are related to the affinities, like the Xenomass and the Pyrite.
Got it.
This thing.
Ooh, and this is a resource pod. Expedition site. Use an explorer unit to build an expedition here, and you will uncover rewards. I'm assuming all of this is fog of war. They're not actually like ocean or something, right? Question for people who know what they're doing. Can I start anywhere within this red, basically, is what it's saying?
Someone who doesn't know what they're doing, I'd say it has to be within the red.
Yeah. I think like the retrograde cluster just increase your range.
Okay.
Because I think it'd be like just a tile and the tiles around it, but I think it increased by a
Yeah. Okay.
So I think anywhere you click is gonna be like the city center.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know if there's kind of luxury resources. It doesn't like, some of these look more like bonus resources. The only one that maybe is like gold, and not giving like a distinction between the resources like it usually does.
Yeah. We got Fredder.
Hey Fredder.
How's it going?
It's going well. It's going pretty good. We're just figuring out what we're doing here. Ooh, are there bonuses for settling next to rivers? We should definitely keep that in mind. I don't know if there is or not.
So there's 3 types of resources. There's basic resources, strategic resources, and artifact resources.
Okay.
Artifact resources are alien skeletons, derelict settlement, crash satellite, progenitor ruin, which I don't think is something that we're looking at.
Yeah, we don't see any of those yet.
So that's like, you just harvest it. It's a one-time thing.
Okay.
Strategic resources are Feraxite, petroleum, float stone, titanium, geothermal, and Xenomass.
Okay.
They're strategic resources, same as any other Civ game.
Got it.
Basic resources seem to be bonus resources.
Okay. Here's a question. If we settle on something, does it give us that resource? Because if so, just straight up getting some Xenomass right away might be interesting. And it's not a terrible location. It looks like it's on a river. You got access to more production than most other places here. You got like 3 tiles that actually give it the ability to expand into that one.
No, I really like settling on that copper.
Apparently, settling on a resource removes it in this game.
Okay, so we're not going to do that.
What happens if you settle in miasma?
It looks like that also gets destroyed. I don't know what miasma does in general, but resources and miasma were both.
Okay.
When I was looking at a Reddit thread, it said they're both all resources and miasma are destroyed on a tile.
Yeah.
Miasma will give you like unit damage and shit. It's just generally
Are they like
bad
just
stuff.
radioactive tiles?
It's just like poison tiles, yeah. There's like a technology that lets you like remove the miasma. But it's really annoying because your workers take damage.
Right.
Right. Okay. Well, I think then.
You see that 2 food, 1 like the very bottom center tile. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
That
That
seems
one
good.
has like resources in reach, and it has like good adjacent tile yields.
And we
Yeah, I
can
was thinking
remove the
about that.
miasma.
That looks a very good tile.
Yeah, I dig it. I agree.
And it's on a river,
think-
so.
I think the resource next to it is a you can build a quarry
Copper.
on.
Yeah,
Mine.
mine. But yeah.
Or mine, yeah.
Okay, well, let's
And
do it.
there's gold down here.
Okay, so we got this little animation. Victories updated. Resource pod discovered. Resource pod discovered. Okay, so it basically just basically interesting. Okay,
I
so
would
this
go
is
for the resource port up there first because I think the excavations take.
So the
more time.
excavation site, it takes like 5 turns to dig out, and every scout has like basically 1 build charge for it. Every
got it,
explorer
got it.
unit. Research pods are just goody huts, which they give you like science or production or artifacts or whatever.
So we have the worker here. We have the explorer here. Let's take a look at the. So we finished habitation. Holy moly!
That's a tech tree of some
that
sort.
Certainly
A
is
tech
a tech tree. Okay. hold on. We finished habitation. Okay.
Can't believe they didn't keep this UI for Civ 6.
Yeah, it seems really clear and definitely not intimidating whatsoever.
Really obvious what you're on.
Okay, so got habitation. Allows the clinic and old Earth relic buildings. Allows the worker, explorer, soldier, patrol boat, and gunboat units. Soldiers just seem like basic unit. Naval ranged unit. Naval melee unit. Old Earth relic gives 2 culture, 2 science,
Like
or 2
monument.
diplomatic capital. Yeah, it's kind of like a monument. And then a clinic, which is +1 science, +1 health. Your colony health is at 5 currently. Has bonuses, which will get better as health improves. 9 from difficulty level. And then 4 negative health from all sources. 0 from cities, 4 generated from number of cities, and then 0.75 generated by population. Diplomatic capital. We have +3 from cities right now. So start with habitation, and then we can branch out into. I assume the purple ones are where we can go next, right? So
That looks right.
Ecology allows the vivarium and ultrasonic fence buildings. Vivarium gives 2 food and 1 food from desert terrain. This doesn't seem super useful for us. Ultrasonic fence strongly discourages aliens from approaching or remaining 2 tiles of the city. Not super necessary right now. Clear miasma. We can remove miasma with our workers with ecology. So that could be useful in the future. Allows aquatic cities to move onto ocean tiles. New aquatic outposts must be still established on legal coast tiles. Planetary survey, thermaline rudder. 2 science, 30 possession cost to move this city. Okay. Trade depot. +1 production, +2 capital. Allows trade routes to be established from the city and provides 1 free trade route slot. And allows you to build a colonist and a trade convoy. So settlers.
I always went for.
Pioneering seems.
I went for that in my 2 games I played. Like allows you. The trade routes are pretty nice.
Yeah. It looks pretty good. Physics allows you to get a ranger, which is a ranged unit, which is always really nice for early game aggression or defense. Observatory, +2 science, 1 science from Pharaxite resources worked by this city. Launch complex. Orbital coverage around the city is increased by 3. So that probably is like vision, right? Like without any.
No, it's the range that allows you to launch orbital units around the city.
Got it.
Okay, so what is an orbital unit?
So basically, it's like a satellite. They all do different things. Like you can pick up some from the goody huts. They'll just basically give you vision.
Okay.
And there's like other ones. I think there's military ones. There's ones that remove miasma and stuff, but they have like a limited service life. At some point, they'll come crashing back down.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Genetics. health +2 from a pharma lab. Pretty nice. Cyto nursery, +1 science, +1 health, and 1 food from marsh features worked by the city. I want to see, I don't think we have many marsh in our city anyway. So, chemistry is a submarine. Naval ranged unit specializing in stealth, excels at raiding and ambushing, but it's limited speed and okay. Laboratory +2 science. Recycler +2 production, +1 production from internal city or station trade routes. Reveals petroleum on the map and allows you to build a petroleum well. Interesting. Okay. And this reveals titanium, allows you to build. Okay. Combat rover, melee unit specializing in mobility, excels in battlefield positioning and chase down enemy units, but cannot fortify or receive defense bonuses on terrain. Doesn't seem very good then. +3 energy, 2 trader specialist slots, 10% production for land units, engineering. Okay, so those are all of them, I think. Pioneering does seem like potentially the better one out of them, but
Like the best. No.
The pioneering
Like-
you'll have to pick up either way.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll take a long time to get there. Like you'll get some science from goody huts, but it's 32 turns, and you probably will want to build a settler within like the first like 30-ish, 20-ish turns. I don't know. Was the obvious choice for me. It's not the most interesting one. I picked up because there was
Like
a
in
one
Civ
of
5 and Civ 6, the faster you get a seller, it's usually the better because you can expand.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I
Yeah, sure.
agree. I agree. I'm now seeing the value of having it for free.
yeah, and it takes a while to set up the new cities. They don't like immediately settle right away either. So I found like I wanted to invest into expansion right away because it was
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, cool. So let's return to the map. So I want to see how movement works. It's not showing me movement ranges, which is really kind of annoying. Is it just like...
You hold right click
okay,
on the unit.
okay. Interesting. And then can they just cross rivers for free and whatnot in this game? Or...
A lot of the units can, yeah.
Okay. And then... Okay, this one cannot. The worker. Ignores additional movement cost of rough terrain. So, it seems like this one can just move across stuff, you know? Like he's crossing 2 rivers right here, so we got that. So we want to go to this thing here, right, at some point. Do we hit that first, you think?
Where was the goody hut? I would go for the goody hut first.
Yeah, this is a goody hut, and then...
The other thing takes 5 turns to extract, and
we probably
so
wanna do this.
I'd go for the goody hut because that gives you
Yeah.
stuff right away.
Okay, let's go for it. We're gonna just go this way, and then let's choose production. So we can get a worker, which we don't really need. We can get another explorer. We can get a soldier. We can get an old Earth relic, a clinic, and then we could do some of these developments. So each of these only has 1 charge. You probably want to get both of these, right? So maybe a second explorer makes sense here.
The monument, the relic there, also looks very good because it kind of gives a little of everything.
Yeah,
So,
and it is only 7 turns
maybe
too. I think I value the explorer just a little more right now. I want to be able to get some information.
Yeah, but what we don't know what these do exactly. What do they do?
Explorers are just scouts. I usually just go for like a scout in any Civ game.
Yeah.
Yeah, though.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with
Maybe.
an explorer
Do
here.
you like spend the unit when you build the thing, or do you keep the unit?
For
Sorry?
the scouts? Oh, you just I think he's asking, does it expend the unit when you use?
No, they get like a build charge. But
It doesn't expend the unit, but they can only do 1 each. So
yeah, they could still walk around.
I think I'm gonna just go do that then. Okay. So virtues. Yeah, this is kind of like a social policy tree from Civ 5.
Policy, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next turn. Oh. So we see a. So it looks like another Civ has started here.
Yeah, they sort of spawn in as you play the
What's it
game.
called?
And then we are going to build a mine here. that'll give us +2 production, +1 energy credits. Also, I'm going to look to see what we're currently working. I guess the 2 food tile isn't bad.
The mine's gonna give it extra production, so maybe
Yeah.
we don't have to worry
We
about
don't,
that.
we
Yeah.
don't have to worry about that. How many turns is it going to take? 6 turns. Okay. That's fine. Next turn. Okay, we're going to go ahead and... Okay. You found a portable reactor and fuel source inside the resource pod. You were able to activate it despite some damage from landing, providing 70 energy. So we've got 70 energy. Our sponsor had the foresight to send resource pods ahead of our expedition to be waiting when we arrived. Parts to a large resource instrument have been found in this pod. The other pieces are probably around here somewhere. Okay, so we have to find 2 more basically. Actually, okay, we got the 70 resources. We have 82 now. Perhaps there's the ability to purchase something. Not quite yet. So I think we'll, since he's close here, it's only 6 more turns. How many turns is it going to take over here? 5? And then, yeah, we'll just go ahead and go do this real quick. Ooh. Okay, so that's an alien manticore. Probably don't want to fuck around with that. Okay, we'll move him back 1. I'm going to kind of maneuver around them a little bit. Okay, looks like they moved away from it a little bit. How are we doing on this? We have 3 more turns for that. City of Megan has now 2 citizens. Let's see what they're working here. So they're working this food tile. I don't think I want them to. I think I'd rather them work one of these tiles. Okay. Looks like they're moving off it. Oh, no, they moved right back onto it. For our colony to prosper, we should consider expanding. So we have a quest to research pioneering, which is exactly what we're doing. So I'm gonna move. Oh my goodness! And there's another one. Alien wolf beetle, and they're a lot stronger. They're 8.75. Okay. So I think we will need a warrior probably right after this. So we got a really nice tile here. I think I might want to just build a mine here. There's some build mine there. Okay. You can go here. Go here. Showing. We are going to build a mine on this tile right here. And we're going to produce a soldier, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and bop these guys. Ooh, another pod here. Very nice. Our explorer took 15 points of damage, so we can kill them next turn. Now if I travel through miasma, does it hurt me? Yeah, it doesn't hurt you if you just move it on top. Cool. So if I just go here, it won't hurt my guy. Oh. Got another civ coming in hot. And this one. I think I'm gonna move it here because I don't want to kill it and then move on to the miasma. Here, let's just move here first. Just so
You would end in miasma.
yeah. So we're gonna just move right
You'll
here.
probably get killed eventually.
Yeah. Megan has grown. I'm gonna work this tile for now. We don't want too much of that. We want production, and gold is nice. Okay. Inside the resource pod, you found a cache of laboratory equipment from old Earth made with precision techniques that are difficult to replicate on this planet. Equipment is eagerly welcomed by your scientists, providing 19 research. So we're gonna finish pioneering a little bit quicker now. Move you back this way now. I'm gonna try to grab that cash real quick. But that guy's just being a dick. Okay, cool. I can just go kill him now. Oh, we didn't finish it off. How pleasant. Disgusting. I'm not gonna risk it. I think I'm just gonna go back and let this guy come help out. This warrior can now help out, which is nice as well. And move over to the hill. Is he done with his mine? Yes, he is. So we're gonna go ahead and unlock that.
To work that tile, yeah.
We'll work that tile. And with that, we can actually go work this food tile now, I think. We'll choose production. I think we'll just get this old earth relic now. That's going to align with our researching pioneering. So right after we build that, we can actually just build another settler. And I think this area looks very spicy for some settling. 1 turn to border growth. Okay. So we're going to go move our warrior, our little worker over there. Start working on that. You are going to fortify until healed. You are going to attack this guy. You are going to move. I think I'm just gonna move him here so that we don't risk, like, maybe I don't exert zone of control, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, cool. Helping us finish it off, and we will do that. Decisive victory. Okay, those guys are there. We'll go ahead and start working on this by building another mine. We're working these 3 tiles.
You should work the 2 for 2 energy instead of the just 2 food.
Yeah, that is a good point you make.
Yeah.
That is a good point. Good call. Thanks for keeping an eye on that for me. That's fine. Got another settler coming down from Spice.
These are in water.
Yeah, it looked like that they did. And they're pretty close too. They're just right there. Looks like we finally killed this guy. We're gonna go ahead and move back into our tile, assuming, ooh, so we can get a bonus. It looks like a promotion, right? Instantly recover 50 HP. Doesn't need to happen. 10% strength and rank strength in combat. Cool. We'll do that, and we'll just fortify till healed. We'll get this next turn. Looks like this is coast now, which is nice. What is this? This is algae. Okay. Cool. Found an outpost. Research has completed. We are now able to construct the mobile machinery needed to found an outpost. So we're going to build a colonist unit next for sure. So we found pioneering. Very cool. And that aligned with our culture, getting to 20. Very nice. So we're going to go ahead and just snag this real quick. Found a portable reactor. We gained 50 energy. We received 25 science as well from the quest completion, finding 2 outposts.
You have a lot of gold, I think. Maybe you could buy something, I don't know.
Yeah, we will for sure. I think we could basically buy a trade depot. However, it looks like our city's growth temporarily stops when we do start building a colonist. honest. I think that's how it was in Civ 5 too, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
So
Yeah.
I'd say instead of this one, we're gonna go work one of these tiles. Because one production, 1 energy is better than 2 energy, I think. We'll go work on that one. I think these 2 will stay, even though we're not getting the 2 food from that. Cool. And then we can purchase some stuff. It looks like the only thing we can purchase right here is an explorer. So I think we'll wait until.
Clinic.
Yeah, we can purchase a clinic in what? 2 turns?
A turn. Right?
3 turns. It's gonna be about 3
no.
turns. That'll be a nice, just straight up purchase. Let's develop a virtue. Ooh.
Hello, sorry for the bad audio. I'm currently on my phone because I'm on my way to a 4th of July party soon, but
Hey,
I
welcome.
popped. Ayo. I just popped in to see what you guys doing. Also, yeah, you pick one.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of the social tree in Civ 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look pretty straightforward overall. It looks like production type situation and energy. This looks like science and some culture.
Yes.
And,
And also, the more you go down one branch, the more buffs you get. So look under the titles of the virtues themselves.
okay.
Oh, so,
Got
yeah.
it. So 10% growth in every city once we hit tier 1. +1 health for every city in tier 2. And then 50% orbital coverage radius from cities. I kind of like prosperity. I'm liking this growth that we have going for us. It's gonna stack with already existing 10% growth from bonus.
Just out of curiosity, what sponsor did you take?
We took the African something or other.
Oh, for the food production?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Energy is okay. Industry is decent. 10% production towards buildings. We're not currently producing buildings, and then we're also just gonna straight up buy a building very soon. So I'm actually not very interested in that. And then health. I don't know if health does go down with the number of citizens you have, so we do need to keep an eye on that. I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna do frugality.
Oh yeah, and also you see how the tiers are broken down. So like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
Yeah.
To get the tier 1 buffs, you need to take all the little virtues and set tier. So after you take those 5, you get tier 1 bonuses. That's how it works.
Got it. Cool. And then we're gonna choose research. Oh god, this research screen gives me a fucking headache. So we got these colonists. We got some food. I'm thinking, since our population is going to start generating unhappiness, I think we gotta definitely try to manage that. Because we are going like full on getting a ton of civilians right now. Genetics seems good for that.
My best advice for this is play it like you're playing Civ 5, but it's a total conversion mod.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because a lot of the features of this feels like it's just how far they could push the Civ 5 engine before it breaks down. Like a total conversion mod.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
a lot of your instincts from Civ 5 will still work, but there's just a bunch of other added mechanics on top of it.
I don't have any Civ 5 instincts anymore. They're
boy.
gone. But that's okay. I mean, it's not going to be too hard to just sort of learn it.
One more thing I'll say before I hop off is that certain texts will lead you down certain paths, so you see the little colors around them.
Yeah.
So if they have a green tint, that means they're leading down the harmony path. A yellow tint, that I believe is the mechanist path.
Mm-hmm.
And the red tint is supremacy path, the purity path.
Yeah. Purity, harmony, and supremacy, and then... Okay, so like, for instance, if I research genetics, it's saying that I get plus 7 affinity XP towards harmony. So I'd go towards harmony for 10 XP. Or, sorry, 7.
Yes.
3 more, I would get I would get like some sort of bonus, right? Towards
Yes.
level 1. And then level 2, does this indicate level 2? It can do trade routes can be made through miasma? Or is that just
That's 2 points.
Yeah.
I mean, you could consider it like level 2, but it's more
Right,
like
right.
you got 2 harmony points.
Got it.
Yeah, it's complicated, but once you get the hang of it, you'll have fun. Now
Yeah.
I have to head off because I have to now actually go to the 4th of July party.
Happy 4th of July.
See you
got
guys.
it. See ya. Okay.
Boop, boop.
I'm liking genetics here. I want to at least grab a Pharma Lab at some point, if I can, just to stabilize myself, because I know this is going to become an issue, just generally speaking.
And were we the African Civ that we took? Were they the ones that get bonus when they're healthy?
Healthy.
Yeah.
When healthy, all specialists produce +1. So we don't get
The
extra
grow.
health, but so we do really want to stay healthy if we can. So this
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense to me, even more so now. I forgot that was a precondition for that extra
Right.
growth. So that's
Oh, yeah.
really important. I think I've cleared out the aliens right now. We'll start to move this guy down, especially since I have this soldier kind of healing up right here. I want to scout it, but I don't think I'd take damage if I just move one tile. Oh, good. And then you are going to go here. Alright. Seeing a little bit more coast here. Construct an expedition. Construct an expedition. It's going to take 8 turns for that guy. Okay. Processing turn for minor powers. Got another city coming here. Okay. So we'll go ahead and start working this tile. This worker, I think we're gonna go ahead. Where is this expanding to? This tile with a paddock. Do I have paddock technology? Yeah, I think I just build one, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna go ahead and move you there. This warrior, I'm gonna start sending him a little bit south just to see what I can see about this semi-close one. These guys are really close altogether. This one's semi-close as well, but it looks like it's across ocean for now. Oh, this is a ocean one. An ocean man. Ooh, okay, so this looks like a ancient alien remains, a mysterious site of an unknown purpose. So I guess we can go, maybe we can go on it with this guy and see what's up with that. You are going to go here. 1 turn till border growth, so we'll just skip your turn. Ooh, resource pod discovered. You are going to build a paddock. Quest decision. Okay. Since opening our clinic, the populace has been split by an ideological divide. Securing and improving our new territory has put great strain on both our military and civil forces, and both contend that the hazards they face should be offset by state-sponsored healthcare. Our fledgling colony does not have the resources to do both, which then has greater need of aid. It's not on. I'm going to do +1 health from clinics and +15 city hit points, because obviously the health is like way more valuable to us, so we're going to do that.
Yep. Agree.
Defense and security are vital, but our colony must invest in its infrastructure if we're to truly thrive. Our civil workers are the engine that powers our growth and our economy. Providing them with care is a small price to pay to safeguard that progress. Very nice. +1 health from clinics. We are blooming in that now. Huh?
On the don't know the name of the resource. Looks
Yeah.
like there's a unit right there. next
On
to
the-
warrior.
Let me see. Yeah, it's just a. It's just the.
No, not there.
This here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
like
this a
it's
unit?
remains, so I don't think there is a
it's
unit
like
there.
yeah,
It's-
that hill looks very nice though.
Yeah, that's
like,
kind of why I want to
really
grab it
good.
real quick. It's just got a lot of good yields. We'll grab this outpost. Ooh, we've met Chungsu, Han Jae-moon.
These are the ones who settle on the water down there.
Yeah, that's kind of why I sent him out down that way. So he's one free covert agent. Successful covert operation in foreign city revitals. Okay, so he has that cool one that we were also considering. Respect is 5 out of 9. Fear is 5 out of 9. Inside the resource pod, you find a basic satellite still intact and enough rocket fuel for it to reach escape velocity. A free solar collector is now ready for launch in the city of Magan. So we're going to see how these... Oh, we also discovered an artifact. Thoughtful chess set, worn. A network-connected motorized chess set. Pieces of this modernized board would synchronize their movements with a competitor's board from miles away. Move a piece and your opponent will witness the same change. The thoughtful chess set incorporated all the joys of the tactile game with the ease of use and portability of the digital versions. So, Old Earth Relic, it's a worn thoughtful chess. Dragon artifact has research slot to begin research. Interesting. Combine different types of artifacts with powerful new discoveries and advancements. So if I do that, it'll produce 48 culture. So we got this orbital unit. It looks like. So this is a solar collector orbital unit. +1 energy on tiles you own. Any city in range also receives 20% energy overall. Wow. That's very interesting. We're gonna have to do some production. Trade Depot seems pretty good now, that, especially since we've met the Chungsu Explorer. We now can have access to maybe trading with them.
Trade from maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's go with the Trade Depot. We're gonna launch this bad boy.
So I think you should put it right next to the city so that you get the bonuses, the 20% bonus. It has to be in range of the city. Maybe not on top of the city, but in range of it.
Okay, so there's a 20% bonus, you're saying? Any city in range also receives 20%. Oh, got it. You're right. So I'll put it right here, I think. Yeah, this hits both those tiles and the city. Okay. Seems good. Got an achievement for that as well. We're making hella bank. Very nice. Okay, we'll go here. You are gonna go here. I'm gonna go on top of this and see what I can do with that. Our second Berkju, I think, is gonna be 30% speed towards outpost growth. So we want to get that real quick. So move you here. I don't want to go straight onto that because that'll take damage, I guess. I'll go on top of this. That didn't look like did anything, so I guess maybe we'll figure out what that does later. It's an unknown purpose, so we'll keep.
What is it called? Ancient artifact?
Yeah, it's like an ancient alien remains, and it's like I looked it up and it was really super duper vague about what it was in the.
That might have been. Here, let me see if I can find it again. Because when I was looking at the resources,
it does look like a type of resource, yeah.
There was one type that might have been part of, which is like you can only harvest it. Like it doesn't give actual bonuses. You just have to harvest it.
Got it. Okay, so we had an investigation. Your expedition thoroughly investigated the derelict settlement. It found no settlement, not sediment. It found no survivors, but did find records from the last desperate days of a failed settlement. A psycho-historical analysis of their struggles has provided your people with insight on how to avoid the mistakes they made, providing 30 culture. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and found the outpost right here. The outpost has been constructed and will soon grow into a full city. It's important to protect newly constructed outposts as they are vulnerable to attack, because from completing that quest we receive a free soldier unit. Cool. So Ion will grow in 3 turns. We got this little soldier. Move him up there. We'll start moving him a little bit north. This one's still finishing off what they're doing.
So
West Coast.
there's apparently a small alien remains that you have to move a unit onto, and then you get the option to do a biopsy. You need 3 biopsies to complete the quest.
Weird.
That doesn't help me much.
We'll figure it out. For sure. I think it's definitely like one of those like kind of. It'll tell us what to do. I think we have all these little quests it's been giving us. So. Oh, I guess we. There we go. Okay. So the options are: all relics have free energy maintenance, or I gain extra culture from relics. So we're open old Earth relics to be public. The relics will not be made public. Resources accessible like any library for any citizen to examine their contents. Early reports indicate they are already spurring new insights into our way of life. Great. We have develop a virtue. Now we can get a free colonist unit, I think. Boom. Seems good. Seems very good.
Yeah.
This one, we're going to go ahead and settle the coast like we were saying before, I think. Unless, part of me wants to make sure this guy doesn't snag up stuff over here. Okay, well, that's all just my asthma. It's really annoying. I'm going to start moving it down this way. Hit next turn. Expedition thoroughly invested the derelict settlement. We found no survivors, but we did find records for the last desperate days of a failed settlement. Blah blah blah. It gives us 30 culture. Clean air generator, pristine. We found an artifact, a large structure used to generate breathable air. Generators such as this one became commonplace on Earth as air became too polluted to filter. Rather than trying to create more powerful filtering technology, civil engineers installed these generators along major thoroughfares and public buildings. People could purchase one for their homes, although the cost to run one was prohibitively expensive. Interesting, and it's in pristine condition. This is an alien scarab who is threatening us with a minor defeat. We probably don't want to deal with those guys with our scout, so we will instead move away from them. I'll go this way. This guy will go. Resource pod search, we get a lot more culture. We've finished this here. A supply depot. Now we can build a trade route, I think. Trade convoy between your cities, other cities, outposts, and stations. Okay, we'll do that. Do we want to build like a road between our cities? I don't even know what those do really. Other than, I guess, increase movement speed.
Yeah, because in Civ 5, they would I think it increased production, didn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but now it looks like it increases energy in this one. So I think we'll do that.
Yeah, why not?
Because we're gonna want to go over there and improve some of these things anyway. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll start here, and we'll just construct the road there. I think we go here. Just avoid the miasma. We found an alien nest right here. Is where this one is. Culture, develop virtue. Oh, we got another one already. 15% build speed for tile improvements is pretty nice, but we could get the second worker. Yeah, I mean this is just 100% increase to tile improvements, so
True,
we
yeah.
have another worker. So yeah, let's go with that. Cool. I'm going to. Yeah, they can't stack. Yeah, let's just start running him over there. While this one builds the road. Quest decision. New ventures wish to establish their operation near our territory. They provide different services that may be useful to us. Lalibela provides 4 culture to any city that establishes a trade route. Jinzoku Labs provides 2 science and 2 production to any city that establishes a trade route. Which venture would you like to approve? I think Jinzoku. We have
Yeah,
plenty
production
of
and
those.
science are both really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Established near our territory. Station discovered. Jizosu Labs provides plus design. Only 1 city per colony may trade with each station at the same time. So it looks like this is like a little city-state type thing, which makes me want to build a road to it right away with this guy. So we'll start. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to backtrack.
Only we
a
had
second.
an extra worker.
Yes. So we're gonna backtrack with that guy a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and continue building this road on here. I think we're gonna start hitting this guy a little bit with our soldiers. This scout is going to get protected by that, and we will. I think we will send the scout this way to go heal up in the city real quick, and we're going to continue pushing north with this one, and then this one will go here. Okay, well, this looks like that's the turn. Let's go ahead and save it.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty.
Right.
Well,
yep.
thanks for joining me.
Not a problem. Thank you
and
for
we'll
doing
get
the
more.
thing.
Alright, see you, Pep.
Talk to you later.
Bye.